All right, hey guys, it is the Dazzle Dynasty and Team Infinite Fitness weekly team call, and this week we have Cody Hickton giving us her fabulous Instagram training that she's been working on. She bought some outside Instagram training, has been implementing into her business, and she's going to be telling us how it's working for her and how we should be following suit. So with that said, Cody, you can take it away.
Hi guys. So I have my screen covered. I'm a hot mess. You don't want to see this. Some of you who jumped on early probably did. So that's why I do better when you can't see me because I like to use my hands a lot and everything. So anyway, so I have I've had Instagram, I think like maybe 4 years now, but for the first 6 to 12 months, I had no idea that other people could even see my pictures, which is super scary. So once I started working with Beachbody and everything, I slowly started to incorporate Instagram into my business and use it as a platform. So I've just kind of been, learning from other people, watching lots of training videos, and just trying to implement things to see what works best. So I've done Instagram trainings before, but these are some are repeat things that you may have heard, and others are, new things that I've been researching and have found. So number one with Instagram is you need to know why you're posting and who you're posting for. So Instagram is a platform that's meant for mobile. So that means just people are always using the network all times a day. Everyone's on their phone. You know how it is. But so due to filtering and algorithms on Instagram, most followers that you have aren't even going to see all of your posts unless they have notifications set up, which no one really does. I mean, maybe if you have a spouse or a best friend or something and you want to see their pictures, you'll set a notification to have, it message you when their new pictures come up. But since most people don't have that, you need to be consistently posting. So one time a day at the very, very least, but really more like 3 times a day on Instagram. And these don't need to be, long, in-depth, thought-out posts. And we'll get more into that later, but it's not going to happen overnight. Growing an Instagram page is a little tedious, but the payoff is huge. So let's see here. Okay, so number one, if your Instagram account is private, you need to make your page public. If I see people's pages and I can only see their, small bio and their profile picture, most likely I'm not going to add them as a friend because I can't see what they're about. So if you're, using this as a platform for your business, which all of us on this call are, you need to have your account public. So simple, just switch it to public so anyone can see you, check you out, and follow you. Again, if you want more followers, it's going to take time and consistency. It's not going to grow overnight. Again, it's tedious and sometimes it's annoying, to do all of these little things, but the payoff again is going to be huge. So consistency. I know we talk about it all the time in all aspects of our business, but it's just super, super important. Okay, so step one is the 20-20-20 rule. And I did an Instagram training, and this is something that I learned through hers, and it really works well. So basically, it's every single day you need to like 20 pictures on people's pages, comment on 20 pictures, and follow 20 new people. So and you want to make the comments, something more genuine than a wow, great job or awesome transformation, because there are automated systems that will post those things. So say you're looking at a person's page and they have pictures of their kids, and instead of just being super cute or something, engage and start a conversation with them, something like, how old are your children? Or so cute, I also have a daughter the same age, or whatever it may be. So commenting, liking, and following 20 new people each day. We'll kind of get into where you can find these people, but I like to search, different people with lots of followers. I do a lot of finding people through TIU team, which is Tone It Up. It's like a workout community, TIU team. That's the hashtag. Or, what's the other one I always use? It'll come to me. But, fit moms, fitness, whatever you want to search a hashtag and then go through the pictures, follow the people, like their comment, whatever. 20 every single day. Okay, step 2, get shout outs. Don't be afraid to go to pages that have a lot of followers. Now I tend to pick pages that have 100,000 plus followers and ask for shout outs. You can direct message people, which is super simple, and just say, hey, do you do shout outs on your page? Typically, if they do, they'll have it in their bio. When I first started asking for shout outs, some of them were like $150. Don't get fooled. You can do ones for 24 hours or 12-hour periods for like $15, and they're just as effective. Again, the page that has the most followers, maybe like IG Fit Moms is one that I've used. And you give them the picture that you want them to post. You give them the verbiage that you want them to use. And, typically I'm just like, I want a good time slot. What days do you have? And then they'll either put it up for like 24 hours for one fee, 12 hours for another fee. And then like sometimes you can have it up forever. The 24-hour ones do just as well, as long as, they're posted at a good time. So, go to accounts, again, that have lots of followers, direct message them, ask for a shout out. I have watched, it's so exciting because I'm such a dork, but I'll sit here, and watch my phone, and like in a matter of, 5 hours or something, I'll get like 300 new followers. And they're people that have similar interests. They're people in, my market. So it's definitely worth the payout. Typically when I do them within the next week, I'll get at least 2 to 3 new customers. Okay. Step 3, post call to actions in your photo caption. So again, we know this. We've heard, I'm sure you've heard to do call to actions, but post these in your captions, ask questions, and it'll increase engagement on your page. So I found that photos with captions that included the word like, so something like this picture if you worked out today or whatever, something like that, they tended to have more likes per follower than those without. And those with comments, the word comment, like comment below, in a picture got more comments than just than picture tended to get more comments per follower than those that didn't have it. So use the words like and comment in your post, in your call to actions. So, it can be so simple. Just comment below if you did this, or like this if you agree. And just, kind of play around with it. See if it works for you. Okay, step 4, follow the leader. So this is something that I've been doing a lot of, and it's been working really well. So go to the followers of a list of a person with similar interests to you and someone that has a decent amount of followers. So I've been doing people that have like 10,000 plus followers, and I go to their list of people that are following them. So then when I go there, I do the 20 rule for people that look like my ideal coach. So I don't know, I guess depending on how long you've been a coach or if you've seen the trainings, I think it was, I know Katie Hefner talks about it and Lindsay Matway, but kind of like putting down your ideal coach, what they look like, what they do for fun, and they kind of pull a picture off of like the internet. And it seems so silly at first, but it really kind of helps you to, to pick out these people, that would be like your ideal coach. So I literally just go down their followers, again, very tedious. And I just look at their pictures. And if they look like someone that, is like me, someone that looks like they would be a person on my team, I go to their page. If they're private, depending on their bio, sometimes I will follow them. But most of the time I won't. But if they're public, I go to their page. I like 3 to 5 photos, comment on at least one, and then go back and continue going down the list until I have to stop. So sometimes I'll do this for 20 minutes at a time. Other times it's 2 or 3 minutes here and there. But some places that I have been finding people are like makeup pages with like makeup tutorials, because again, I'm into that. So these people as well, we have something in common. Dress shops, so places I like to buy clothing. There's so many cute like boutiques on Instagram. So that's another place I've been going to see their followers. And interior design pages, again, it's something that's interest to me. So, write down your interests, write down qualities of your ideal coach, and then just kind of go from there and do the 20-20-20 rule. Step 5. Okay, I'm about to blow your mind. Instagress, best thing ever. So if you don't know what Instagress is, I'm going to give you a little bit of information. So it's a website that you go to. You basically log into your IG account through Instagress, and you enter in what hashtags you want searched. You can choose comments. I don't like to use their comments option simply because it's very generic things like awesome, great job. And then you'll see that it's putting awesome, great job on a picture of your running shoes or something silly. So it doesn't even always make sense. But it basically likes people's pictures. And when people's pictures get liked, they tend to go to your page, and then they end up liking yours and following you. So simple way to get followers. You do have to pay for this, but I feel like I haven't done it in a month or two, but I think I was paying $10.99 for 30 days, or you can do a whole year for $70, and it literally does the work for you. So I do it in addition to all these other things, but let's be honest, life gets busy, and there are days where maybe you just can't sit here and do the 20-20-20 rule and everything else. So simple, effective, instagress.com. Check it out. I promise you won't be sorry. It's definitely worth this very small investment. Okay, step 6, the power of hashtags. So hashtags were made for Instagram. So there's a little bit of a debate on whether or not, I always talked about the website top-hashtags, top/hashtags.com or whatever it is. And you put in, for example, you'll put in fitness, and it'll come up with all of the top hashtags related to that category. So I would copy and paste them into the notes section of my phone, and then I would make my post, and in the comment section below, post in sets of 30 my hashtags, and then change them out. But I've also heard, so that does work, but I've also heard that hashtags that aren't as popular, so things that aren't being searched as much or used as much, are sometimes better, because the hashtag fitness, let's just say, it's probably used 3 million plus times. So your picture, that if you use that, it's going to only be in that search section of all the posts that are with the hashtag fitness for a second, and then it's gone. So the chances of someone seeing that are really slim to none. Someone might glance at it, but really coming up with hashtags of your own that kind of fit the picture, or things that aren't used as much, is really a better idea. So I hope that kind of makes sense. And at the end, hopefully we have some time for questions, but so maybe I'm saying don't try not using hashtags that are so generic that so many people use, because you're just going to kind of filter into the mix and people aren't going to see it. Your picture is not going to pop up, which is the point of hashtags. Okay, step 7, put your face in your photo, selfie time. I know Brittany loves her selfies, and I know Beachbody coaches tend to as well, but selfies were not something that I liked at all, and I still feel so ridiculous taking them, but they work. They absolutely work. I remember about this time last year, I was on the phone with Katie Hefner and Jay Jorgensen, and I was like, listen, I'm kind of struggling right now. I don't know what to do. And Jay's like, I'll tell you what you need to do. You need more selfies. And I was like, you're ridiculous, And he's like, no, really, you don't have enough selfies. So I started taking all these selfies, and sure enough, it worked. I was not in my photos enough. So like when I go to my coaches, every once in a while I'll say like, hey, does anyone want me to take a look at their page and kind of make suggestions? Selfies is seriously one of the top things that I say. And I know it sounds so silly, but it's true. People want to see you. You know, if you make a post about, 21 Day Fix being on sale and you just post a picture of, Autumn, yeah, she's hot, her body looks great in the program, people are really probably just going to kind of scroll on by. But if it's a picture of you in your sweaty workout selfie, like holding up your containers, people eat that stuff up. So really, it was found that images with faces receive 35% more likes than those without. So that's enough for me to, take more selfies. So, and I know that, my coaches that I have told that when they start putting themselves out there more, they see more success. People want to see you, your transformations, you doing the workouts, you meal prepping, your food, whatever it is, get in your photos. Okay, step 8. So this is just some other research that I found about filters and colors. And I know we all love our filters. Oh my gosh. I mean, I hardly ever post a picture without a filter, but it's found that grays, greens, and blue tones get more likes, and they say to avoid yellow, orange, and pink. They said that photos that have 65 to 85% more light also get about 25% more likes. So you want your photos to be bright. I see people posting these pictures in their dark, dingy basements. I've been there. I've done that. They're not pretty. People don't want to see that. The prettier your picture and the brighter, the more attention it's going to get. I mean, it's just simple. Like, I remember watching a Chalene Johnson Instagram training, and she said the same thing. Like, don't post a fuzzy, dark picture. No one wants to see it. So take the time to, get a Lumi case, the light up phone case or something, just so you can get more light in your pictures. I know it sounds silly, but it works. And if you really want to grow your Instagram, these are the things that you want to try out. So there on the left-hand side there, it says that you can see the percentage, like normal without any filters got the most traction. And then the filter Willow, Valencia, and Sierra, which is so crazy because I use X Pro 2 all the time. And it's like towards the bottom. It used to be like my favorite one. So now I've been trying to do like more light, bright things. So again, play around with it, see what works best for you. But really try to at least, if you're not going to avoid the colors, really try to make your pictures bright and fun and airy and all that fun stuff. Okay, step 9, the best times to post. So like I said before, Instagram's a mobile, it's a mobile platform. So people are typically always on their phones. We all know that. But there are some research behind time. So Instagram audiences are engaged throughout the week. Mondays tend to get the most traction. So Mondays, you're going to want to spend a little extra attention there. So maybe, during the week, you can only post 2-3 times, but Mondays, try to put a little bit more attention into Instagram. The best times to post are Mondays and Thursdays, anytime except 3 to 4 p.m. And then videos, they say do great any day of the week, but from 9 p.m. on. So after 9 p.m., I know my Instagram's like booming. I don't know. People must just be on while they're laying in bed or something. But, videos after 9 p.m. are best. There are slight decreases in on Instagram usage on Sundays. So, maybe I know that my like page tends to do a little bit better on Sundays. People seem to be on Facebook more. So maybe make Sunday like more of a Facebook day and Monday more of an Instagram day if you have to kind of break things up. And then if you don't have a job that allows you to be posting all the time, use Latergram to schedule posts. So, schedule those things out. So maybe, you can just post like your workout or a Shaco recipe or something simple, and then schedule one other post for the rest of the week. Do that on Sunday so that it's done. 7 posts, 1 for each day. Bam. Okay, step 10, keep the conversations going both on your page and other people's pages. So Again, I know it seems simple, but sometimes life gets so busy that like people will comment on my stuff, even on Facebook, and I'll just like it. But on Instagram, I really have been trying to tag them and just respond back whenever possible. Maybe I can't do it that day, but I'll kind of go back through my pictures. And if someone comments, try to tag them. Use the @ symbol with their name if you don't know how to tag them, and then just be like, hey, thanks so much. Like, oh, you're so sweet, depending on, what the comment is. And then just kind of keep the conversation going. You're building relationships. That's what this is all about. So, again, you can also go to other accounts, other people's pages, pictures that got a lot of traction, and comment and chat with the people on their posts. Again, it's not to like take people's customers or anything like that, but again, building relationships, connecting with people, and just getting conversations going. If you do that, most likely they're going to come to your page, check you out, like your stuff, and then you have a new relationship with someone that has similar interests to yourself. Okay, so step 11, follow me and I'll follow you. So these are two, one's an app and one's best to use on your computer. So Crowdfire is an app that can copy followers from other big brands in your target market. So again, this is something that I would do if I wanted to go to like a big brand in fitness or whatever. It copies their followers for you, and you start following them. So then in a week or so, you can go back and use the unfollowers.com on your desktop, not on the mobile app. I've just heard that it's much better to use on your desktop. And then it'll unfollow anyone that didn't follow you back. So again, it may follow on Crowdfire 1,000 people, but then in a week, you can go back. It gives those people an opportunity to follow you, and then you can go back, and then it'll automatically unfollow anyone that didn't follow you. I'm weird. I don't know if there's any reasoning behind this, but I try to keep my followers at like 2,000. I don't know why. I just don't really want to have more than 2,000 people that I'm personally following. Again, I don't really know if that's bad or not. But I don't want I want it to be like a higher ratio of people that are following me. So this is something that I'll continue to do, so it unfollows the people that aren't following me back. I'm not going to give them love if they're not going to give me love, right? So this is just basically an easier way to do step 4, which is follow the leader, where I said like go to makeup pages or interior design or dress pages or boutiques or whatever it is, and follow their followers. Again, I will continue to do both, but this is the simpler, faster way. Okay, step 12. Oh, well, that's not good. I had 2 more slides. Okay, so I don't know where they went. Oh, wait. What the heck? Okay, well, I have 2 more slides. So step 12 is shameless plugs on your other social media accounts. So basically, just going on your like page or going on your Facebook page and saying, hey, head over to my Instagram page, or who has Instagram, post your Instagram handle below, and then you can follow them, they can follow you. It's a good way to get more followers. Again, that's the whole point of this. And then step 13 was hold contests or pair up with other people and do big loop giveaways. I've done this, I think twice now. I've paired up with people. A girl that I went to high school with has like a blog and like an Etsy shop. And then like we paired up with other people who have, like jewelry, clothing. We did like a back to school kind of giveaway thing. I can't remember what the other one was. So what they have to do is like you post the roles in the picture of what you're giving away, and then they have to follow you, and then it says to follow the next person, and the next person they go to that page, and then it says the same rules and who to follow next. So it's a big loop, and it ultimately comes back to your page. So once they followed, let's say there's 10 people in this loop giveaway, once they followed all 10, they're entered into the drawing to win the large prize. And if you're doing this loop giveaway with 10 people who have lots of followers, you're going to get a couple hundred followers in the matter of a 24-hour period. I have found that some of those people do go back and unfollow you, but you're still getting customers, and I've gotten coaches and customers this way. If you don't want to do a big loop giveaway because it's a little bit of work at first, you can hold small contests like, tag or comment below, tag a friend who would be interested, and like this picture to be entered for a drawing to win, Brazil butt lift. I have Brazil butt lift sitting here. I was planning on doing that this week. So, again, you're going to get people tagged on your posts. Then you can follow them, go to their page, do the whole liking and commenting on their page. They'll see that you're on their page. They're going to follow you. Just kind of like a big cycle. So, contests like that work really well as well. It's not going to get you as many new followers as, something like the 2020 or having Instagram do all the work for you. But, these are just things that, again, it's going to take time, consistency. It's tedious, but it works. So, Britt, do you want to unmute and we can do that was like 30 minutes. So if you want to do any, questions.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not the biggest Instagram person ever. And by that, I mean, I just post pictures. So this was kind of mind blowing for me. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. I muted everyone. So unmute yourself and just speak up. Oh, did you think of that other account that you followed? Besides the
no, I was talking too much. I didn't even think of it. Wait, TIU team and oh
my gosh. Okay, how much time a day do you spend on Instagram?
I mean, it depends, but I feel like
is this your number one focus, or is Facebook still your number one focus?
Well, it kind of goes through cycles. My like page was doing really well for a while, and I've seen that it's kind of taken a step back. So, I'm still obviously posting there, but Instagram seems to be where I'm getting most people. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I spend, a good portion of my time on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be realistic because I know I've listened to other people talk about it, and they basically said like spending like 2 hours a day, and I was like, what?
Oh, I would be willing to bet I spend more than that. But it's not at one period. I mean, I'm always on there liking and commenting. I even had, and I know I said this at the training at Super Saturday last year in January, but I paid my kids for a while. I'd look up a hashtag for them and say, anyone with a great transformation, anyone like it and say like, great job, or you look awesome. Like, and I was having them do generic comments. That worked well for a while, kept them busy. I gave them like $5 for like 15 minutes. It kind of helped me to get some things done, and they were kind of having fun. Other good things, like surprisingly, It Works people, they're pretty good followers. They're a little annoying where like, as if you like anything on their page, they're always messaging you. I mean, I guess they're consistent and on top of things, but it's a little bit overkill. But they do, like the ones that are really into it and know that it's going to take more than a rap, they do work out. So you can follow it or like go to It Works and like just kind of like their stuff, and you can tell them no, like if they message you, no, I'm not interested, but maybe we can kind of collaborate, like working out is gonna amplify your results, so maybe we can you can share this, or would you be interested in this kind of a thing. Weight Watchers is another one that I would have them always look up and like transformations. Again, like they're following the points, but they don't always have like a workout routine in place. So that's another thing. But yeah, Britt, I spend a good deal of time on there. It doesn't feel like it. Like if I could like have it timed, I'd probably be sick to my stomach about how much time I spend on my phone. But it's really hard. I mean, and I don't even have like a ton of followers, I mean, there's people that have, and I don't pay for like fake ones. I know a lot of people do that, but it's just not worth it. It's making you look important, but it's not doing anything for you. And they do clear them out every once in a while. So
Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
Is there like a ratio of how many Instagram posts you share to Facebook, or do you not do that?
I honestly have stopped using, like, you know how you can post a picture and add it to Facebook, because I feel like the algorithms on Facebook, that doesn't get shared as much, like not as many people see it. So if I feel like it's something good, I will just copy and paste like the words and the picture onto Facebook after I make the post on Instagram.
Yeah, because I just listened to a call with Christine Dwyer, and they were saying like as of 2016, Facebook was giving a lot of traction to Instagram because they bought them.
Oh.
But that could change. Like, so they said right now that's carrying a lot of weight. But, like Facebook changes constantly. So I just didn't know.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not real sure on that. I just stopped, posting both because I just felt like it didn't get, like, I would post the same thing on Instagram as Facebook, like at the same time, because that was one less step. But I would get like 2 likes on my stuff, and it was like my coaches, or like my dad or my grandmother, and I was like, this isn't who I'm trying to reach. So I would, I'd end up deleting it. I feel like now that I've stopped doing that, and just logging out of Instagram, going on Facebook, and then adding adding that same picture and text again, it takes maybe 30 seconds extra, but I feel like it's getting me more traction on my main Facebook page, because I really stopped working on my main page, I'd say, for the last almost year. But I'm really starting to go back and adding a lot of people on Facebook. So I really need to start posting again about, my challenges and everything on my main page, because there's so many new people seeing my stuff. So it's just like I feel like it sounds more complicated than it is. It's really just, as you know, Amy, posting, but consistently, and then really just trying to find what works for you.
Right.
Yeah, Cody, I use the same theory when I did it, and I would not get anything from when I shared it. So I do everything authentic to the platform I'm posting in, which will always get you more likes and follows if you're authentic.
Yeah, and honestly, you'd be surprised. I always laugh, like, some of the weirdest stuff gets the most likes. Like, on my Instagram page, like, I posted this thing. I thought it was seriously hilarious, like literally hilarious. I laughed so hard. It said, I don't know if you guys saw it. So it said, that awkward moment when you leave a store but don't buy anything, and you're telling yourself, act natural, you're innocent. I literally sat here and laughed out loud. There was someone at my house, and they're like, what is your problem? And I was like, I cannot stop laughing because I do this all the time. But I got 89 likes and a bunch of comments, and people tagging people and stuff. And it's just like, I'll post like this meaningful, heartfelt post about whatever, and it gets like 12 likes and no comments. So I have found that my followers like fitness humor or things like that, which seem so stupid, but it gets more traction and likes and people and followers to my page. So you really just have to find what works for you and kind of run with it.
So after you form relationships on Instagram, do you direct message them through the Instagram app?
Sometimes. So I'm not going to lie. I'm really even bad about inviting. I've really been stepping up my game lately. Because there was a period of time where I didn't necessarily have to do invite like crazy, which is nice, but then it stops again. So then you're like, crap. But I have reached out on Instagram because it's like, what's the worst they can say? It's no. Okay, cool. Thank you for replying, whatever. So if someone reaches out, I do a lot of call to actions, things like post your email below or direct message me. And then I pretty much always get at least one email. Sometimes I'll get 10, and then I'll get 4 or 5 direct messages. So obviously, if they post their email within 24 hours, I'm sending them that email about, whatever it is, my challenge group or my coaching opportunity. Now, if they're just coming to my page and they follow me, typically not. But that's maybe something I should be doing. If someone, sometimes, how you see one person, they like 12 pictures and then they follow you. Yeah, maybe I should go and say, hey, thanks for the love. love your page. I have done things like gone to their page and liked a bunch of stuff and commented just to kind of like reciprocate the love. But I don't always reach out and message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's right though. Anything else?
That was a good question.
I'm trying to think like if there's anything. I don't know where those extra slides went. I'm a little sad. Yeah, I can't think of anything else really. I know. Oh, well, one thing, I get a lot of people that say things like, I don't want to keep posting the same things on all my platforms. And I was that person for a while. I thought that I had to create new content for my like page, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my blog. And that's just not how it is. Like this, you have different followers on everything. And yeah, because of the algorithms, not all these people are seeing everything or anything for that matter. I mean, I have 5,000 I'm following 2,000 some people on Instagram, and I see like the same 50 people's things. So unless I go to their page and start liking a bunch of stuff, then they kind of pop up. But they're seeing the same 50 people in their thread. So don't be afraid to post the same content, especially if it's something good. I know that like I've noticed like Brigitte Linford. She'll post she always has great posts. She'll post something awesome, and then like the next day I'll see it on Instagram, or like 3 days later. So she kind of splits it up, but it's the same thing. Clearly something's working for her. I mean, she's a rock star. So again, you got to just kind of play around with it. I mean, I'm busy as we all are, and I can't always break things up, and sometimes I have to just post that same thing on, both platforms. So play around with it. You have to do what works best for you and your life and your job and your family. And then, what's going to get you the most traction. So it's really just kind of like trial and error, I guess.
Okay, my final question. What's the number one mistake you see new coaches making when it comes to Instagram, or anyone starting new on Instagram?
Wow. Well, I mean, new coaches, I would say, is the whole like just plastering the product with the price, which, I see in my time hop that I did at the beginning. We all pretty much do, but that's just, I mean, that's a big mistake. People get turned off by that. Constantly just talking about just Beachbody, that gets annoying. People don't want to see that. And again, I like, not that my posts are the prettiest. I mean, I post some things that have, not so great lighting and whatnot, but like, there are some people that I follow and I'm like, oh my God, the background is horrible. The coloring is horrible. I can't even see you. Like, this is an ugly post. And I know that sounds mean, but I mean, you have to stop them from scrolling. You want them to stop and you want them to look at your picture. So you want to make it pretty. And if that's just a matter of throwing on a light switch or like changing your angle so the sun is hitting you, then do that.
Yeah,
do you have one that you think, Brittany, that is like done that just makes you a little crazy?
I would just say posting ugly pictures.
Yeah.
You can tell when someone's posting to post. Here's a tip that I have. I always take, like today, the pictures of the flowers that I posted. That was taken yesterday or the day before or whatever, but I posted it today knowing that I needed something on Instagram to keep me relevant,
Yeah.
But it's a good picture, but I just take pictures and I keep them. So it doesn't mean it actually happened at that minute, but like I set up the lighting. I made sure, it was well lit. And I take the time sometimes to do that. So then I have pictures to use later, because sometimes I'm sitting at my office desk and I don't have anything pretty at all to post. So I have pictures on my phone that are Instagram worthy, because on Facebook you can kind of get away with it, because your words can kind of speak for you, but not on Instagram.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do the same thing. Like sometimes I'll, like if I took a picture of like a Shakeology and it looked really cool, but I had already posted something, like I'm like, oh, okay, I'll share this one for another day, like, or this recipe or this cool picture or whatever it may be. So yeah, I do the same thing.
All right. Any last minute questions before we jump off? Speak or forever hold your Instagram peace.
And then if you have other questions, just post them. Like, Brittany, will you post this link of the recording in the team page?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Post that in the, and then if you have questions, just, kind of
comment below. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I can kind of take time tomorrow or whenever and
feed through them.
answer those. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Hopefully this helped you out. And like she said, I will take it to YouTube and then post it in the team page whenever I'm done.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.